Yo, do you want to be a movement god and make plays like all your favorite Warzone streamers, but don't know where to start? Don't worry, I got you. Today is episode 1 of improving your movement and making you the best Warzone player that you can be. Today's episode is nothing but the basics. There are 5 basic movements that every Warzone player should know like the back of their hands. But first, to do good movement, you gotta have good settings. So I'm gonna show you guys what settings you need to be rocking to get your movement on point.
Alright, y'all, so the first thing you guys gotta change is your automatic sprint has got to be set to automatic tactical sprint. Basically what that allows you to do is you can push your left stick forward in tac sprint without having to push it in, and this allows your movement to be a lot more fluid, a lot quicker on the map, and make more plays. Alright, so this next setting is a little controversial. Grounded mantle, I personally have this turned on. A lot of people don't like it because it does make you mantle literally everything you're near, but it makes mantling so much faster on the map. You just move, finessing inside of buildings is so much easier. I would say the best way to get used to this is get used to canceling your slide by pushing your left stick in instead of canceling it with A, and then you don't have the problem of accidentally mantling everything around you. Alright, y'all, and the last thing I need y'all to change is your slide and dive behavior has got to be set to hybrid, bro. A lot of people used to play slide only at the beginning of this game, but that basically disables your ability to dive. They added hybrid a couple seasons ago, and this allows you to both slide cancel like normal with no delay while also keeping your dolphin dive. All you have to do is press in your left stick and then your slide button, and it allows you to dive. And I promise you, like, it helps reset your tac sprint, it helps you get out of fights. It's just, I think getting used to hybrid just makes you so much better of a player. Alright, the last thing I want to talk about is not necessarily about the setting itself, but about your controller. So I'm talking about button layout. So I play on default, but that's because I have a controller that has 4 back buttons on it. I would highly recommend getting a controller that has back buttons, or learning to play claw, which is where you take your index finger and put it on the front of your controller and shoot with your bumpers, so that you don't ever have to take your fingers off of your thumbsticks. Just having continuously like contact with your thumbstick and being able to move 24/7 while also using your face buttons is just super important. It just makes everything more fluid and a lot easier, and I think that's just a no-brainer. So if you're serious about getting better at the game, I would highly recommend either learning claw or getting a controller that has back buttons. All right, so on to the real stuff you guys have got to learn to improve your movement. Starting with number 1 on the list, slide canceling. Slide canceling is the first and most basic form of movement that everybody needs to know in Warzone. So originally in Warzone 1, to slide cancel, you had to double tap your slide button and then either jump or press your left stick in to slide cancel. But luckily in this game, they've simplified it even further. So now that you only have to push your slide once and then jump to slide cancel, you just press slide, jump, slide, jump, slide, jump. I won't get too much into this because I feel like this has been a mechanic for so long that most people know how to do. But some people don't know that you can cancel your slide button using your left stick. So it's the same thing. You just slide, press in your left stick, and it cancels the slide. You can also see I do have a controller overlay for you guys to look at so you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah, like, slide canceling is just one of those things that I feel like most people understand now. You just slide, jump, or slide, press your left stick in, and it cancels your slide. It helps you move around the map a lot faster. You can also, like, once you get really comfortable with it, you can start adding stuff in, like jumping into slide canceling. You start learning how to YY while you slide cancel, all that good stuff, like all your favorite moving demons do. I think the easiest way to practice this is loading into a private match like you see me doing here. I loaded into like private match on Greece. And if you don't have the full game, you guys can also load into something like Plunder or something and just find you like a safe corner or whatever, and just start, you know, like practicing like your slide cancel, like chaining them together and like jumping into it, working on like long slides and then canceling it, and then just getting really comfortable until you feel like, you know, you're never ever gonna mess up a slide cancel again. But yeah, like I said, this one's pretty easy. A lot of people already know how to do this one, so we're gonna get into the next part of this video, bro. Let's go. Okay, y'all, so moving on, number 2 on the list is jumping. Now listen, I'm not gonna teach y'all how to jump, bro. I am sure you guys are good enough to understand how to press your jump button, but I can teach you how to implement jumping into your movement just a little bit better and make you a harder target to hit on the map. Now, mixing in jumps into your slide canceling will make you so hard to hit and so unpredictable. Like if you're just running around, let's say you start getting shot at, you can hit like a nice little jump back, slide cancel, jump again. It changes up the pacing of your movement and makes you so hard to hit. Also, if you're ever in a gunfight and let's say like you got somebody challenging you, like somebody over here is challenging you, you can run out, slide cancel back, jump and challenge them. There's just so many ways to add jumping into your movement that make you just look like an absolute demon on the map. Okay, and I had to switch spots on the map so I can show you guys this part.
But jumping can also just, if you're ever in a pinch, let's say you're getting chased and you end up behind, like, let me stop mantling. You end up behind some cover, but you're tall enough to jump over it. You can do some crazy stuff with it, like being able to jump over cover like this. Let's say somebody is like chasing you from up here and you get to this cover. Stop mantling. You get to this cover right here. You can like jump over this and like still shoot. You can like snake it, slide cancel out, go back, jump over it some more. Like there's just so many ways to implement jumping more than just, you know, jumping off of stuff and mantling. Like learning how to jump properly while slide canceling can completely change the way you move on the map. So the next piece of movement tech I think that everybody should learn to master when they're improving their Warzone movement is gonna be mantling. So in the beginning of this video, I told you guys that I like to play with grounded mantle on, and I'm gonna show you guys why right here. So I have it turned off right now, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like when I mantle this yellow box. If it'll let me. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like this is why I think grounded mantle is so good. Like the mantling when you turn it off is a lot slower. It's a lot more clunky. And sometimes if you've ever been in game or you tried to mantle something and it just won't work like that, this is why. So if I go and I cut my grounded mantle back on, watch how fast I mantle this box right here. It's so much faster. It's so much more fluid. And if you learn how to get good with it and you can time it, there's also this thing called a mantle boost. So watch how far I can jump off of this box once I mantle it. It's all about the timing. Once you get used to learn, like you'll learn the timing of it and you can mantle boost off of it and get really far away after you mantle. I think playing with it on, the only thing that kind of trips people up is when you start playing with grounded mantle on, you slide cancel near stuff that is like mantleable. Like if I run over here, like earlier when I was showing you guys about like jumping, like how I was just like mantling stuff out of the blue on accident, like just trying to slide cancel. The way to get around that is learning to slide cancel by pushing your left stick in. You can learn how you can do this all the time, or you can just do it whenever you feel like you're near stuff that you're gonna mantle. But slide canceling around, like if you're like near stuff that you may mantle, but you cancel your slide with your left stick instead of A, you won't mantle anymore. You can slide around just like normal, slide past all these objects. But if you slide cancel with A again, like I'm about to do right now, you may end up accidentally mantling stuff like that. All right, y'all, so moving on to the next thing on the list. Number 4 is going to be dolphin diving. Now, I think the dolphin dive is a lot more important than a lot of people use in their gameplay. Like, I feel like the dolphin dive is like a get out of jail free card sometimes when you're running away from people. Like, let's say like somebody's chasing me around like this corner or something. Like they're chasing me from here and I just got to get out, bro. If I hit a dolphin dive off this ledge, like it makes me so hard to hit. It's so hard for them to track. And I think it's just such a useful technique that not a lot of people use. And that's why I think everybody should switch to and learn how to use hybrid. Basically what hybrid does for you, it allows you to keep your normal, you know, like fluid slide cancel. But now if you push in your left stick and hold your slide button, it allows you to dolphin dive as well. Like I said in the beginning of the video beforehand, like we all played on slide only. Because like if you didn't, like the slide cancel had like a weird delay to it, but slide only took away your ability to dolphin dive. But now that they've added hybrid to the game, you can slide cancel like normal, real fluid, real smooth, and then also dolphin dive. And then once you get really good and you learn how to use the dolphin dive correctly, you can use it for more than just getting away from people. I like to use the dolphin dive as like a way to like attack fights, doing something called ledge diving. So if you dolphin dive and land on this ledge, it can stop your dolphin dive basically in midair and allow you to shoot your gun again. But you do have to time it correctly, because if you don't, you'll end up landing short and it won't work, or long and you'll just miss the ledge completely. If you time it correctly and land on the ledge, you can dolphin dive and then you can pop off the ledge and shoot your gun automatically. And it is such a good way to engage fights in like an awkward way to catch people off guard. But it does take some practice. I think this is the perfect ledge to do it. You just know, just keep doing it over and over again and like really getting the timing down and learning how to land on the ledge, coming out of it, shooting your gun. Or you can just miss the ledge completely. But you guys get the point. Let's move on. All right, y'all. I think the last thing on this list, and I think the last thing that everybody should master before they start really getting in some more advanced movement tech, is going to be drop shotting. Now, drop shotting is a really easy thing, and it's been done on COD for a very, very long time. I think that the drop shot is super useful. It's not as good as it used to be because it does kind of take a while to get to the ground. But if you mix it in with like a slide cancel or like a jumped in a slide cancel, it can be really hard to track. So like, let's say you're slide canceling, like if you slide cancel into a drop shot, it can be really hard to track for somebody. Or you hit like a jump slide cancel drop shot, It's really hard to track and it's really hard to hit. And then I think another great way to use the drop shot that not a lot of people use is drop shotting around corners. So let's say I'm on this and somebody is peeking me from right here. A lot of people are going to expect you, like if we're taking a gunfight through that doorway, a lot of people are just going to expect you to square up over this ledge. And a lot of people are just going to pre-aim that. But I think a good thing that a lot of people don't use is drop shotting around corners. So let's say they know I'm here. Let's say I'm snaking this and then I drop shot around this corner to get a kill. I think it's really hard to see. And let's say like, and you can really start mixing in, like let's say I slide cancel into it and then drop shot around the corner. It just makes you really hard to hit. And like it really gives you like a crazy peekers advantage. And I think it just makes you, it's just really a really good piece of movement to use. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be the last thing I have to show you guys. I hope you guys appreciated the movement video. Like, this is something I've never really done before, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. And I definitely want to make more videos like this in the future. So if you guys do like this, don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see. Like, what kind of advanced movement techs you guys would want to see me cover and, like, really teach you guys about. With that being said, bro, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have a great rest of y'all's day, bro. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.